So I just got a download from my spirit guides, and they wanted me to talk about forgiveness. So how do you forgive somebody? That's easier said than done, some people think, but it's really not. That's actually key to a lot of problems in people's life, is forgiving. So I was told to make a video about it, and so that's what I'm gonna do, because I don't talk about shit I don't know about. And they wanted just me to get into it and say forgiveness. So I'll use an example. My dad died of an overdose 10 years ago, and he was never there when we were kids. Well, he was sometimes, but most of the time he wasn't. I mean, I love my dad. I didn't know how much anger or resentment I held towards him until I started doing some serious digging in myself. And so my dad abandoned us. He abandoned my mom. He took off, made another family, and was very abusive to those kids. So yeah, he was a heavy drinker and basically introduced me to domestic violence and alcoholism and drug addiction. I never suffered from being an alcoholic, but I did suffer from drug addiction. So forgiveness. In order for me to forgive my dad, or in order for anybody to forgive anybody who's hurt them, you have to first identify what they did to you, which I just did with my dad, right? And then you have to understand that people don't do these things to harm other people on purpose. This is what was programmed into them. So my dad's dad killed himself when my dad was very young. My dad's mom and my lineage on that side of the family has a lot of alcoholics in it who suffer from addiction and alcoholism and abandonment issues, residential school stuff, and just a long line of that. So when I look at somebody who I'm trying to forgive, my main focus is what they did to me in correlation to what has happened to them in the past. I mean, nobody's trying to hurt you. It's just that they weren't shown another way. I had somebody somebody once say to me, how come you're always in these shitty relationships? How come I never see you happy and just, going with the flow of things, and you're always fighting, and there's always turmoil and toxic relationships? And I said, oh, it's just my fucking luck. I just attract these type of people. And yeah, I do. Because I set out a frequency that matches to that type of person, because I was on that frequency. I've been through child abuse. I've been through the alcoholism. I've been through all that shit affecting myself and my family for so many years that's all I've never known. That's all I grew up with. Nobody showed me how to have a happy, healthy relationship. So of course, I'm not going to walk out into this world blind and start having things that I wasn't taught how to do. Okay? That's why people say monkey see, monkey do. It's true. It's not false information here. So when I forgave my dad, I sat down and I wrote out all the things that I had a problem with that he had done to me. And once I started writing them down, all these other things started coming up. And I made this list, and then I put it aside, and I sat down and I thought about my dad's life, how he grew up, what he was shown, who his parents were, who his grandparents were, who they weren't. And once you start seeing that this is what people are taught, and if you're a normal human being, you know how hard it is to unlearn something. So that's what forgiveness is. It's understanding that somebody hurt you, recognizing it, labeling it, and then looking at them and going through their history and saying, okay, maybe this person did not want to hurt me on purpose. Maybe this is all they ever knew how to do, and they weren't taught differently. And if you come to this conclusion that that makes sense, then that's when you can actually understand why they hurt you, and you can forgive them for it, because now you understand how it happened. That's the message.